Hi and Assalamualaikum to my lecturer Ustaz Ayub bin Wahid. Today me and my groupmate would like to present about the concept of Riba, Gharar and Maysir in Islamic financial system.
Islam requires that financial transactions be carried out in a transparent, truthful and trustworthy manner. Fiqh al-Muamalat, which pertains to financial or economic transactions in a broad sense, has been developed by Sharia. The primary premise that separates Islamic finance from traditional finance is the concept of Riba, Gharar and Maysir in financial system. The specific qualities of Islamic finance will be examined from the perspective of the Sharia, Quran and Sunnah. What is riba? Riba is an Arabic word that means development, expansion, accumulation or accretion. Interest is defined as an effortless advantage or profit that grows the principal amount without putting any effort in Islamic terminology. Money is not considered an exchangeable asset in Sharia. According to Muslim leaders, money serves as a medium of exchange and a store of value. The word Gharar means uncertainty, danger, chance, or risk. Gharar is a commercial word that refers to doing business and taking risks without thinking. Islam provides guidelines for conducting business in a fair and transparent manner. All agreements made between the parties must be fair and transparent with no Gharar elements. The presence of Gharar in a contract makes the outcome visible, which is against Sharia law. Maysir is derived from the term yusrun, which translates as wish, something valuable, easily and without having to pay an equal compensation. 3 requirements must be fulfilled for gambling to ultimate legal. The winner must take the bet on the property while the loser forfeit his bet property.
Now I will summarize about this article issue, which is Riba, Gharar and Maysir in Islamic banking. This is article issue about Riba, which is forex is illegal because there is an element of usury, which is Riba. Foreign exchange or foreign investment are declared illegal because they involve usurious property, which is currency, and contain usurious element. Senior Lecturer of the Department of Sharia and Management, Academy of Islamic Studies, University of Malaya, Dr. Ahmad Sufyan C. Abdul said, the process of foreign currency exchange in Arabic is called by Ashraf, and the Prophet Muhammad SAW has given guidance on how to exchange this money so that it does not become haram. According to the guide, if one wants to convert different currencies, surrender must take place immediately, otherwise he will go to usury law. In fact, he said, looking at the book of fiqh, the scholar put this foreign currency exchange close to the title of riba. Even Imam Malik is also said to dislike the matter and, if possible, want to forbid people from exchanging money unless it is suspicious. Taqwa means a person needs to know the law and try to avoid usury, because usury will foreign currency exchange is very clear in foreign exchange, then there will be riba, which is a big sin. The 86 Discover Al-Quran series titled Forex Fatwa, which were broadcast live on. Also, a panelist of the program, founder of Human Administration Training of Consultancy, Mustafa Muhammad Suki, while the Chief Research Officer of Ummah Ikhlas Heritage Foundation, Fazrul Ismail as moderator, and Qari Ustad Ahmad Tarmizi with Ali, who recited Surah Al-Baqarah verse 278. Ahmad Sufyan added riba is also the key to all economic problems, and for that reason Islam declared war on riba. According to him, in the context of legislation, and tabi'i is given a power to the government to punish to death those who commit riba. There are also those who, when usury is done in forex, the matter will be asked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the hereafter. We have been given advice, but we still do involve in forex. We are stubborn and try to find a fatwa that says forex is not illegal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will declare war, and war in the hereafter is very doomed. Beware of these great sins. Meanwhile, Ahmad Sufyan said education fixed muamalah also be very important to apply early among Muslims as early as primary school. This is because the findings were made on those involved. IDT has formulated the Malays involved usually because their muamalat fix is weak. So muamalat education is very important so that they have knowledge and are more careful. So if someone asks them to do forex, they can check first. Secondly, this is article issue about Gharar, which is the title is Avoid the Elements of Gharar in Buying and Selling. The method of placing a sale price tag on another price but requiring the customer to pay a higher price is illegal. The action of a business premise that put a price tag using the value of 99 cents but the consumer has to pay RM1 ringgit according to the rounding is not enough of the sales and purchase agreement in Islam. According to Islam, such transaction have the element of Gharar, which is a trick of trader to confuse customer because the smallest value is the market is cents, while 1 cent is no longer exists. Gharar in an Arabic terms meaning real fraud is a trick of the seller to make an undue profit. The issue is that the value of the smallest coin in the market is 5 cents. So, according to Islam, you must sell in multiples of 5 cents so that there is no over or underpayment. It looks like a little a cent, but if a million transactions have reached RM 10,000 ringgit. This 99 cents price system must be abolished or banned because it is against the Islamic concept. Each sales and purchase must be written the balance of at least 1 cent. The party commented that the action of trading permits that use price tag ending in the value of the 1 cent is the case of the cents coins are no longer viable and removed from the trading system in the country. The government has agreed to impose a ban on the sale of goods using the 99 cents count if it causes consumers to pay more than the price displayed. The government needs to enforce a ban on the use of the 9 cent suffix in line with Islamic law. Protect the right of every customer to purchase goods with ease. In the time of the Prophet, dinars and dirhams, the smallest were in dirhams and all dirham transactions were valid. However, currencies other than dirham were not legally traded. The main condition in Islamic buying and selling is that there is a compromise between the buyer and the seller, and there is no gharar or fraud if a penny is revealed as a trick applied by the seller to make an improper profit. But the problem now is that consumers have no choice but no give up or not. In fact, consumers have to accept the reason for their basic needs. Financial and banking economists trending using the value of 1 cent opens up space for traders to make a profit of the wine because the coin is no longer in the market. He said it will involve raising the original price and hiding it by displaying the GST price only until determining the joint price of GST using 3, 4, 7, 8 and 9 cents, which will then be rounded to 5 cents and above. Except for electronic banking transaction, other businesses should no longer use the value of 1 cent, but it is seen that the phenomenon is becoming more widespread and raising among traders, especially supermarket. Last but not least, this is article issue about Maysir, which is publicity gambling solution openly challenge the sanctity of Islam. The glory of Ramadan, which opened the widest possible opportunity for us to worship and improve our best practice, is harmony beautified through spiritual feeling to restore human being to obey and realize all kifalans. However, a spirit that has covered through social media of a promotional orientation makes gambling a solution to get out of the economic crisis ahead of the holiday. The name of one gambling portal, BET333, which was played by some Muslims, was clearly mentioned, and it was challenging the sanctity of Islam. Was everything later seemed to bring a shortcut narrative that is trying to be highlighted and even mention good luck, you'll succeed. It directly promotes gambling culture to Malaysians in this month of Ramadan. BET333 is an online gambling portal known as GDBET333 Online Casino, Mobile Betting Live Casino and Slot Malaysia, based on the publication guidelines under the Printing Presses and Publication Act 1984 Act 301, published by the Publication Control Division and Al-Quran Text Ministry of Human Affairs. In among the forbidden matters related to advertisement as follows. First is gambling advertisement, gambling contest promotion, and gambling prediction are not permitted except for the posting of the result only. Secondly is advertisement that touch on religion sensitive, ridicule the culture or way of life of various races and treated the noble value and noble of Malaysian society. Ilham Perak hoped that an action and investigation should be taken to ensure that culture promoting gambling, let alone in the month of Ramadan, are not taken lightly by all parties. I am optimistic that the National Alliance government will be able to prevent such acts in order to preserve the nation's civilization and respect Islam as the federal religion as enriched in the national constitution. Ilham Perak is ready to work with any party to eradicate this evil and at the same time save the community, especially young people, from being trapped through shortcuts that will be drag themselves down.
Number 1. Strive to live within your means and not take or give loans which have interest. Number 2. Make sure to open a riba-free bank account. Number 3. Consciously avoid signing contracts which include interest in certain clauses. Next, be vigilant and pay your bills on time to avoid a late fees. When in need of money, turn to your family and friends and borrow from them instead of loans with interest from banks.
Of the case Riba, Maysir and Gharar that have happened in Malaysia. Nowadays, too many issues that involving Riba, Maysir and Gharar that occur without being eliminated. The lesson we can learn from the issue we see about Riba, Maysir and Gharar that have occurred in business is that as Muslims, we are prohibited from doing things that cause other trouble to occur in original disaster. Feelings that are unhappy and can cause the fight among human species. Therefore, we as Muslims should avoid getting into business or game that have element of riba, maysir and gharar, because these three elements are illegal and not blessed if used. As an example of business that have element of riba, maysir and gharar are immediate money loan, forex, get rich quick scheme, and so on. Also, we should not take short and quick steps to make money for survival or solve a problem, because it will bring other and more heavier problem for us one day. In addition, in business, one should not think of making profit on the win, because it is an element of gharar in selling and buying unless they are satisfied with each other. Before accepting a job or a job offer, we need to investigate whether the job we accepted has illegal element or not. We as Muslims need to work hard to get a money, because our life will be more blessed by Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. And if we want to get something, we also need to work hard to get it without taking a step that are against Sharia Islam, because the intention does not legalize the way.
In conclude, while Sharia applies specific prohibitions and systematic criteria on the type of permitted investments, since the aim of the preceding content is to reinforce that an economic and financial structure dominated by social welfare and a social responsibility mandate can contribute to advance financial inclusions and catalyzing and fostering real economic growth. I believe that this feature should be impelling to both Islamic and every social responsibility and investor. According to the revealed scriptures and practice of the Prophet Muhammad, the three most relevant concepts are riba, gharar, and maysir, and financial transactions must be free of these three elements, otherwise transactions are invalid. Furthermore, literature demonstrates that earlier Islamic jurists, academic, and contemporary researchers support them in Islamic financial transactions. In conclusion, we can conclude that Islamic financial transactions must be free of riba, gharar, and maysir, not only because these processes are inherently unfair, but also because they cause social damage in the form of inflation, unemployment, and volatility. it will be important to look at how this bank affect actually economic growth, fair income distributions, and financial stability.